Another fantasy fight. This one, Tommy Hearns and Floyd Mayweather Jr. Tommy Hearns had one of the most difficult styles to beat at welterweight. This is a man who's 6'1", maybe even taller, close to an 80-inch reach or whatever, 78-inch reach. Great jab, great right hand, Kronk style, control the distance, hurt you. From the neck up, from the neck down, he probably is the most, probably the best fighter in history. Or you're definitely in consideration. I shouldn't even say neck down. I should say really in between the chin and the waist, because he didn't have maybe the great footwork and pivots that a lot of these smaller guys had. And I know his chin wasn't as good as some of the other guys, and his defense, I would say, was like adequate. But his jab, right hand, and simplifying the fight, very difficult to win rounds against. Now you take a guy like Floyd Mayweather. He's the ultimate, master boxer, thinker in the ring, try to figure you out, that kind of thing. Floyd Mayweather would have a very difficult time with Thomas Hearns, because Thomas Hearns, you do that shoulder roll. What is the point of the shoulder roll? It's to take away the right hand. Thomas Hearns, though, his jab is still going to hit Floyd, even with the shoulder roll, because the shoulder roll doesn't protect against the jab. And Hearns is 6'1", long reach. That Philly shell shoulder roll, it's not going to be effective. Now, people are going to say, oh, well, Hearns, he lost to Sugar Ray Leonard and Marvin Hagler and Iron Barkley. Yeah, but what did all those guys have in common? They took the fight to Hearns and they knocked him out. When Sugar Ray Leonard was trying to outbox Tommy Hearns, he couldn't do it. He then started brawling. He knocked him out. Hagler, that was a brawl. He knocked him out. Iron Barkley, that was a brawl. He knocked him out in the first fight, and that was at light heavyweight. Floyd Mayweather that's not in his nature to brawl. That's not his style, and you're asking a lot for a guy who fights a completely different way his whole career to start doing that. I think Floyd would have to use a lot of feints and try to get on the inside where he has the advantage and hurt him, but I don't think he'd be able to do it. I think that is a terrible matchup, and I remember watching an interview years ago where Emmanuel Stewart, when he was alive, who was obviously Thomas Hearns' trainer back in the 80s, said Tommy Hearns never had problems with slick boxers. And you see versus Benitez, he didn't have problems. I think this would be a very one-sided fight. I'm going with Hearns to dominate the fight. Might be an 11-1 job. That's what I'm going with, maybe 10-2, 11-1. I think Hearns is just one of those terrible stylistic matchups for him. And it doesn't make him better, because I think Mayweather is the greater fighter, because Mayweather's style is more consistent, and pound for pound, he is the harder guy to beat and the more effective fighter. And I know Hearns maybe didn't have the highest ring IQ, but regardless, head-to-head, this is the worst possible matchup in history for Floyd Mayweather. Let me know what you think. Do you think that Thomas Hearns would beat Floyd Mayweather, or do you think Mayweather would be able to figure Tommy Hearns out like he's figured out pretty much every other opponent in his career? Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Peace.